Hi, everybody. Welcome, Gian, my friend. I see you're already here. Thanks for joining me. I am Deborah Harrison with Simply Sweet and Ink Designs. If you have not joined me before or we have not met yet, I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas. And I just enjoy coming and sharing with you how to use some of these really cool Stampin' Up! Products that are online or in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. And today I have a really fun project for you using the Little Monkey Bundle. But before we get into all of that today, I want to kind of share with you what is coming up for June, what the June calendar looks like. And just as you hop on, just keep commenting. Let me know who is here with us so that I know who is crafting with me today. So for June, let's see, actually, I'm kind of jumping ahead. Registration for the July Sweet Creations Club is actually mostly in June. So it does run from June 6th through July 5th. And my Sweet Creations Club is actually a monthly project kit where you can subscribe monthly and you get a pre-cut, pre-designed project kit of some cardstock supplies, about $20 in consumable products, PDF tutorial, and of course it does include shipping if you need it shipped to you. So I wanted to share with you, the projects for July are going to be featuring the So Refreshing bundle to make 5 projects. 4 of them are cards. If you're not familiar, it's a lemonade type set, or it could be a tea set. And you can just have all kinds of options for how to use it. This one's a gift card holder. And here we have the kind of like a little picnic with lemonade. And this is probably my favorite project out of all of them. And so this one uses those really cute little lemons that are in the stamp set. And then of course we have to have a 3D item. One of my favorite things to do is make 3D projects. And so even though most of them are cards, I do like to throw in one 3D item each project kit. And this one makes a box with some fun little lemonade candy inside. And yes, I will send you the lemonade candy in your packet. Now, right now, if you go over to my blog, Simply Sweet Ink Designs, right there in the description, you hop on over, click on that Sweet Creations Club tab. That will give you all the information you need to know about the club. Now, when you subscribe monthly, you will earn some really fun club perks and you get some special club pricing. Now, if you just want to try a kit for 1 month, you're not ready to subscribe, no worries. You can just email me for me to send you an invoice. The Sweet Creations Club monthly price is $39, which includes the postage. If you want to do the 1 month, it is $45 because I like for my club to kind of get the little bit better pricing. So anyway, that is coming up. So if you're interested, let me know and I can get you hooked up with that. Like I said, or you can check out the link on my blog there. Now, as you know, we have the starter kit promotion. I know many of my friends here are Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. Y'all already know the awesome things that you get. The starter kit's just, like they said, a starting point. It really opens the door for so many other awesome things, Stampin' Up! Perks. You get early access to new products. You're going to get a catalog each catalog period. And there's just so many other things. But there's also things on my team. So again, if you click on my blog right there, hop over to, I think it's join my team. I have a Q&A right there that answers a lot of questions. And it's just right now you get an extra $30 in the month of June in your starter kit. Really awesome deal. And so go check that out. And if you want to join my team, I would love for you to be part of our Simply Sweet Stampers family. Designer Series sale, we talked about that last week. Many of the Designer Series papers are on sale 15% off in June. So you can go check that out. I do have a shopping link on my blog as well. Can you tell my blog is the hub for my business? So you can find most everything there. So if you want, bookmark that website. Just to kind of give you a little early sneak peek, one of my most popular kits is my mystery craft box. And it's a fun project kit of some mystery projects and some consumable products, and then some really fun pillow gifts. The registration, I plan to announce it probably later in June with the boxes going out sometime in July. The reason I want to tell you about it now is if you're not on my email list, you want to make sure that you go ahead and subscribe. I believe the link should be in the video description here. If it's not, just tag me and let me know, and I'll make sure you get that link to join my email list, because my email list does get early access to registration because I only have a limited number of boxes and I want to make sure that you get early access to get the box. And so let's see, before we get into the project today, I did remember to draw for the share prize for last week's video. That was with the monkey little swing card, and it was Mary Alice. She won it's a color swatch ring with all of the colors in the Stampin' Up! Catalog, which is really handy to have on hand to be able to kind of, if you need to match a color, maybe you have a cardstock that's not in its package anymore and you need to know the color name, you can match it. But you can also too, you can use this to to color coordinate different colors for your projects. Also too, she's going to get last week's card in her packet. So Mary Alice, I already have your mailing address, so we're all set. And I'm kind of, there you are. I figured you were there. You're normally on. Thanks, Mary Alice. Congratulations. So if you do share this week's project, I will enter you into the drawing for next week. And that is a mystery surprise. So you'll just have to find out next week. Okay, so for this week, we are going to make this really cute little treat box from the Little Monkey stamp set. And it has this really fun little banana candies inside. And I found these banana candies on Amazon. This is, I think, a 1 pound package. And it actually probably make about 16 of these little packages here. So if you're kind of wondering, if you're familiar, this is like the Runts candy that you see with all the multiple fruit flavors. But on Amazon, you can buy just the bananas, which I thought was really cool. So if you're looking for that, that is over on Amazon. Just look up Banana Runts candy, and I think you'll be able to find it. So for today, I do have a quick reference here for you, just kind of some of the basic measurements for today's project. But if you want all of the details, everything, all the supplies that I used, as well as all the measurements, all the pictures and stuff, I do have that. That will come in tomorrow's email. Again, another reason you want to join my email list. And that project sheet will go out at 3 o'clock Central Time. So if you're in a different time zone, do the math to figure out when to expect that email. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to pull my supplies in here, but before I do that, I want to tell you what products we are using. Last week I shared this with you. This is the Zoo Crew Designer Series paper. I love this because it has some really awesome basic black and white prints that you can use for a lot of projects. And then on the other side, you've got all those really cute little critters on the back if you want to do that. So very versatile paper. Also too, like I said, we're using that really cute little monkey bundle, and we are also using some dies. Now, one of my favorite things that I love to do is in my crafting, I like to find different ways to use die sets. So in this case, normally we would think of these countryside corners dies as our labels or their backdrop layers, but I wanted to use it to make the front and the back for my treat box, just as a cute little different way to use those dies. Now, another thing that I like to do, if you do not have this, please make sure that this is in your crafting arsenal, because these basic border dies are magnificent. Not only can you make really cute borders to your projects, but you can make cute little accent trims to little things like this. And that's how I'm going to use it today, is to make that little trim for my label there. So you can make clouds, you can make little rickrack, all kinds of fun little things. Okay, I'm going to just put that as is. Okay, so let me get the supplies in place. Not a whole lot, and I have prepped some of this in advance because you don't want to see me color. I'm just telling you, you think you do, but you really don't. So we're going to start off with the base of our box, because here on the inside, we have just a simple little box. And so we're going to take, this is a piece of lemon lime twist cardstock, and at the top it measures 4 inches, and then it is 4.5 inches long. Now what I did is on this short side, which is the 4-inch side, I scored at 1.5 and then at 2.5 inches. Then I rotated it and then scored again at 1 and 3.5. So I'm going to burnish these score lines so you can see them a little bit better. And then we're just going to snip up those side tabs to be able to form the sides of our box. So they see that a little bit better. You've got your score lines there in the middle, and then you have your score lines here along the long side there. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to snip up these side score lines, make our quick little tabs here. I like to angle cut so that I can kind of get rid of some of the bulk, and then it just helps for my box to kind of be more squared off. and not have extra cardstock sticking up. All right, so there we go. We got that done. See the tabs right there on the top and the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add some adhesive on this tab, on each of these tabs here. Line that up. We're going to add some glue on the other tab. See, several of you are hopping on. I hope that y'all have some fun plans for the weekend. I am going to be taking my younger son. He has taken driver's ed. He's 16 years old, and it's been great so far because it's in the early morning, well, 11 to 1 each day. So we kind of get to sleep in a little bit, or he gets to sleep in. But tomorrow he has to go in at 8 o'clock for his Saturday class. So that's not going to be fun. So what I did is I went and I took the side pieces and I just am gluing those together. And there we go. We have our project, really, really simple. Then what I did is I took from the Countryside Corners dies, this is the 1, 2, this is the third smallest, and I die cut out 2 of the labels in the lemon lime twist. Just really, really simple. Cut those out. And then what I did is I also cut out in basic white, I cut out another label in the second smallest. So those are our pieces right there. So we use the third smallest and the second smallest. And then what we're going to do, and I just realized I did not get my sentiment out. So let me grab my sentiment real quick. There it is. I want to use the I'm Bananas About You because we got banana candy. There we go. Let's get that set up. So the first thing you're going to want to do before, I'm just going to kind of hold off on that, and I'm going to do all my stamping real quick. So we're going to stamp here on the white label. Now, if you notice, my little monkey's going to be on the left side, so I want to make sure that I put my sentiment on the right side. And so I'm just going to stamp in Memento Black. And then while I have this out, let's go on ahead and we're going to stamp our elements. And so on some thick basic white, I'm going to stamp the monkey. Now, if you notice, this monkey does not fit the punch. So this is one that we're going to have to manually cut out. And then let's see, I want to stamp the leaves. So I'm stamping the palm leaf. Let's stamp the banana leaf. And the banana. Now, this banana you can punch out. The other banana that's in there is a peeled banana, and that one you have to manually cut that one out. But we're going to do the one that is easy to punch out. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to share with you the colors that I use to color everything. Now I'm going to attempt to color, but I'm just going to tell you I am really terrible about coloring, especially when I'm on a live. So as a backup, I do have everything already done for me. So if this turns out horribly, we have a backup. All right, but I wanted to share with you the colors, and if you have not used blends before, give you an idea of how to use these blends. So for the face, it is part of the medium light natural tone blends, and the particular number I have is SU800. Now I will tell you, you can look up SU800 on the website. You won't find it. You'll need to look up, it's called medium light combo Stampin' Blends. And on the if you're on my YouTube, or if you check out YouTube, I actually have the stock number for that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around, color in around his face and his ears. I am not a big fan of coloring. However, I'm okay coloring small things like this, but when it comes to like big things like large flowers, no thank you. I just am not good at shading. I'm sure it takes a lot of practice. So what I like to come back is I like to use the same color, and I'm just going to kind of go a little bit more around his face to add in just a little bit of shading. I'm reading some of okay, Elizabeth asked, tell us the tip of why you rub the stamp image to the ink pad a little before stamping. I'm not sure. It may be something I'm doing, Elizabeth. I don't know what I'm doing. You mean like going back and forth? I don't know. It's just a habit. I don't think there's a reason why I do it. If I misunderstood your question, please let me know. All right, so for this one, I am taking pumpkin pie. I'm using the light pumpkin pie. And I'm just going to go around and color this in. And again, I want to kind of go add a little bit more color where I think there might be shadowing, like around his face. So again, I'm just going to kind of go around, re-ink that with my marker. And then finish up. I always like to do these smaller parts first. Now, one of the tips I like to do is I like to go around the edges, and then what I can do is that's what I use with my pen tip. And then what I'll do is I'll take my brush tip and I'll just go in between real quick. And then add a little bit more where I think there would be shading just to kind of make it a little bit darker. Now for the leaves, I like to use two colors. I like to use the Granny Apple Green, which is the dark, and I like to use the Lemon Lime Twist. Now, the reason I like the dark Granny Apple Green is it adds some nice dark shading here at the base of the leaves. I'm just going to do a little bit here. There's really no rhyme or reason or pattern to this. Just kind of getting some of that shading in. And then I'm going to come back with the dark Lemon Lime Twist. Oh, yeah, the words in the monkey, you rub some and then tap. Elizabeth, that is just what I do. I don't have an explanation for it. I think it's just a habit of mine to make sure that I get the ink on properly. I think that's why I do that. And then I think the reason I tap it is just to get any excess ink off, if that makes sense. It's just one of those crazy habits you develop over the years. Okay, so I'm going to come in with the dark Lemon Lime Twist, and then I'm just going to smooth everything together with the light Lemon Lime Twist, just to give some natural characteristics that you would find in nature with those different greens there. And then same thing here for the tips. Let's just blend that in. Blend in that Granny Apple Green and the dark Lemon Lime Twist with the light Lemon Lime Twist, just to give it a more natural look there. So let's see if I can show that to you. How you see it's got a little bit of variation there. All right, so then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to color in our banana. And again, I want a little bit of shading. This is with Daffodil Delight. I only want just a little bit of the dark Daffodil Delight. And then let's finish it up with the light and just blend it all in. That way it just has a natural look to it. All right, so I'm not cutting all these out, but you would want to manually cut each of these out. And so you would get this, each of these and the banana. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to put everything together. So for our box, we're going to add some glue to the front and the back. And we're going to put our green panels or green labels on the front and back. And I want it, if you will notice, the bottom of the box tends to line up just about where those corners, those angles start to turn. So we're going to put that there. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the back. All right, so we have our box together. And now we're just going to decorate the front. I'm going to pop up my... before I do that, let's go ahead and get this piece on. So we have our sentiment label, and then this measures 3/4 by 2 7/8. And remember, I took that basic border die right here, this scalloped one, and I just die cut it out, that edge piece, to give a really fun accent to our label. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on the bottom of our sentiment label, and I'm going to line this up. And then we're gonna have, I'm just gonna glue this straight on. I could, if you want to use dimensionals, you can certainly do that, but I'm just gonna glue mine flat. All right, we have that. I overdid it, overmoved it. Just trying to straighten it up and I over straightened it. All right, so now we can come back to our monkey. We're gonna add some dimensionals here on the back. Have our monkey right here hanging out. And then what I like to do for the banana is I like to take a mini dimensional and I'm just going to kind of sneak this under partway underneath his hand. And then I'm going to add the banana right there. All right, so we have our box is done. So what I did is I filled, it's at roughly about a 3x5 cello bag. Now, if you need to, you can cut it down. I put in about 1 ounce of the banana candies, tied it off with some linen thread. And then what I want to do is I want to take my 2 leaves and I'm just going to take a hole punch and I'm going to punch a hole at the base of each of the leaves. And we're going to weave through both of our leaves here because I want to have a little accent for my candies. And so I'm just going to add those on right there, and then I'm just going to tie it off. Make a little bow in the back. And then I don't want it to have too big of a bow because I don't really want all of it showing from the front. So I'm just going to kind of snip that down. And then I'm going to come back with the black and white gingham ribbon. And here is where I'm going to tie another little bow just here on the front to kind of tie in the black that is in my project. And there we go, guys, and kind of just splay out your little leaves there so they're a little more noticeable. And then you can stick that inside your box, and there you go. That is the project for this week. So what I wanted to share with you is I have for you an ordering promotion. So last week I shared with you how to make this really cute little card, little swing card. So I'm going to send you a free project kit that will include the pre-cut cardstock supplies to make this card that I showed y'all last week as a sample, this card, a cute tag, and to make today's banana box. Now, you do have, if you're on my email list from last week, you do have the instructions on how to make this. You're going to get the instructions on how to make this. I do have video tutorials for both of these on my YouTube channel. But if you would like the actual pre-cut project kit, I do have this. It's going to include a 1/4 pack of the designer series paper. It's going to include all the cardstock pieces you need to stamp and your envelopes. It's going to include all the die cuts you need, an ounce of the candies, and some of the ribbon and the linen thread that you will need. So if you would like to earn this kit, I do have that available from today through next Saturday, the 17th. Just go click on the link that's in the video description. If you'll use this host code right here, and with a $50 order, then I will send this project kit to you completely free. So it is a couple of caveats. One, you do need to be in the United States to be able for me to mail it to you. Only 1 kit per household or per person at a household. And also too, I don't think I have any other ordering promotions, but any that may come up, like if you're part of my club, that club pricing is different. And so this does require a host code for the project kit. So it would not apply to the club pricing. So anyway, just let you know, it can't be combined with other offers that I am offering. But anyway, I would love to send you this project kit. I will have plenty to be able to make, so I'm not going to run out. Now, if you were to place the order this weekend, I do have an order going in on Monday, and I should be able to get your project kit out by the end of next week. if you order next week, then I should have the project kit out to you in the mail the following week. Okay. Just because I do place an order about every week or two, and that will get you on my ordering rotation so I can get it out quickly to you. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, yes. So if you were part, I know some of you are on my team. So for those who are on my team, guess what? This is going to be our July make and take. So that's another reason to join if you're not already a demonstrator, is you can join and you can get this make and take project kit for a very, very nominal fee. My team pays very little for my team make and take projects, and it just barely covers my supplies actually. So, but anyway, so that is another reason to join, and you can go check out all that information on my Simply Sweet Ink Designs blog. Guys, I'm going to look real quick over the questions in case I missed something. I see some of you looking forward to the mystery craft box that's coming. Let's see if there's any other questions before I take off. So many of you, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. All right, guys, I think that's it. I love it that you spent a little bit of time with me crafting today. I hope you enjoyed today's project. And guys, we will see you all next Friday. Take care. Bye, guys.